Welcome to day 74 from the Nide shelter. So it says behind me. Pretty new shelter, pretty new privy too, pretty nice. They had some coat hangers in there, which I've never seen in a privy before, and pretty tall walls, so pretty good privacy, and no 1-inch gaps, how they usually have in public restrooms in America. For some reason, they didn't have any of that. It's super, super private, nice. But it turns out it didn't really matter because there was no one here last night. There was someone who stopped in and ate at the picnic table. I didn't talk to them, but they must have just had dinner and then headed out. Anyway, it looks like it was just me, and I camped in the woods here, just behind the shelter, really. So there and then back here, pretty nice. And the water source is right across the trail there. I'll switch it back up briefly. Um, really good flow. There's like two streams. One stream is not so good, kind of dried up puddles. There is like a leaf spout there. Pretty sad though. And then you can actually hear it if it's not too windy. You can hear the roaring stream behind it, and you just go a few more paces around the bend, and it's amazing water source, flowing like crazy. It's like 1 liter every 5 seconds or so. Like usually it's counted in minutes, and this time in seconds. So pretty nice. Um, yeah, after that long day where there weren't really good sources, and I skipped. There's a shelter that was really way downhill to get water, and the water was kind of questionable, and maybe just pools that you got to soak up. I skipped that one, and I was feeling okay because yesterday was really nice. It was cool. I wasn't really needing a lot of water. Unfortunately, I don't have reception, so I'm not sure what today is going to be like. But I cameled up. I'm actually I'm starting the day carrying 4 liters, which is kind of a lot. But it doesn't feel that bad because I've mostly eaten through all of my food. I think all of my food is here in my front pocket. This is where I keep my protein bars. I think I have like one Lara bar back there and one Idaho potato, and that's all I got. That's all the food, and a bunch of coffee, which doesn't really count as food. Anyway, but the long story short is today I gotta get gotta get out. I gotta get off the trail and go to resupply because I don't have dinner. So I tried to wake up as early as I could. Let me head out. It's almost 8 now, and yeah, there's a path to back to the trail. It's almost 8. I tried to wake up. I set my Fitbit alarm for 6. Slept right through that. But yeah, 8 is gonna be as early as I can make today. I think that's okay. The mileage today is okay. It's pushing it a little farther than I'm used to. It's like 16 and a half to get to a road crossing where I have an option to go to several hostels, either get picked up at one or walk uh, zero point 0.7 miles to another one. And I haven't contacted either of them, but I'm hoping that they have tent space and I can, use that for the night. But the challenge is getting there today. So 15 or 16 and a half miles. Okay, that's a little bit of a challenge, but I left the extra time now, and I think it's like 1 mile extra that I'm not used to hiking. Get that done in the morning. That would be nice. Okay, good. Now the challenge is there's going to be about 4,000 feet of ascent and about the same descent. Yesterday, I think it was about just over 2,000 feet ascent, but about 4,000 feet descent, and I felt it more on the descent. So I was planning on my stretch goal was to go past this shelter and camp somewhere. That wasn't happening. I was not feeling that because of that descent. So I'm a little worried about that. But I just got snagged in a branch there. But anyway, yeah, so I ate a bunch of food for dinner last night, more than usual, in anticipation of needing a lot of fuel today. It's gonna be a longer day. It's gonna be harder, but it'll be exciting. I think there'll be highlights. There's an Audie Murphy Memorial. He was the most decorated soldier in World War II. Apparently, he died in a plane crash somewhere around there. And there's a memorial to him. Unfortunately, I think it's on a pointless up and down, which is like You just go, 2,000 feet up a mountain and then 2,000 down, maybe just to see the memorial. I'm not sure, and no view or anything. But and then the other one is really going to be the highlight for Virginia. It's the first part of what they call the Triple Crown. So Dragon's Tooth is what I'll expect to do today, which is a cool feature apparently. I don't think I'm going to scramble up or climb up too far. That's not me. It's for other folks to do. But I'm definitely going to go hike up to see it, see what it's about. The other parts of the Triple Crown I'm not doing yet, but I believe the next one would be McAfee Knob, which I think I saw in the distance yesterday. And what's the other one? Tinker Cliffs, it's called. Tinker Cliffs is fun because 7 years ago, when I had only done the northern half, there was a guy in the Whites, and I was going up the Wildcats, which is a crazy part of the Whites, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, this section reminds me of Tinker Cliffs," and I said, "I don't know, I've never been there, but I'll see what he's talking about." But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling reasonably good. I'm just a little anxious. Oh, I know there's after Dragon's Tooth or around it, there's gonna be some rock scrambling. Nothing I haven't done before, but then they say it's more technical, which I take to mean I'm gonna have to use my hands more. I kind of did that a little yesterday. I was using one hand, but not full on two hands. That would be more technical, I would consider. That's my unofficial definition. But when you're climbing up the rocks and whatnot, I don't know. It sounds interesting. It sounds different. So I'm up for it. It's a little bit of a challenge. Oh, I'm tripping here. Anyway, I'm feeling reasonably good this morning. I think it really does help to get a really early rest, get in bed early. Got in bed about 8. Unfortunately for that campsite, and I read it in the comments too, people are complaining about there's a whippoorwill around there. Sure enough, he came out almost right. It was like 1 minute from 9 p.m. and all of a sudden, if you never heard a whippoorwill, it sounds very loud, like a car alarm. And he's just going whippoorwill, 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 whippoorwill. That's the extent of my imitation. Something just super annoying, and it's not constant, but it's sort of like, okay, I finished for the hour, and then you hear it again at like 10, 11, 12, and then earplugs don't really help. He flies around to different perches every time. Sometimes he's very nearby, but most of the time you can hear him through the earplugs. So that's super annoying. If there's any bird I've made an enemy of, it's that guy. Just because preventing me from sleeping. And I heard him again at 5 a.m. Looked at my clock, or my watch, when I was woken up, and there he was. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill. Like, oh my gosh, dude. But whatever, it's natural. Soonest thing in his place, whatever. Just wish he wouldn't pick the shelter for that. People trying to sleep there. Not interested in bird mating calls. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to use too much more battery because I know today's going to be pretty cool. I want to get some video. But I did want to mention, yeah, I did get some cool REM sleep, dream sleep, and thinking about dreams and interpreting things. I had a dream about, all sorts of things, but the only one I really remember right now, I had a dream about, you're never close to like all your coworkers, but you kind of want to be. And there was one who was or a couple coworkers who were trying to contact me on some chat or something, and for some reason I wasn't able to reply. It was disabled. The button was disabled, and they were like opening up the door to like wanting to get closer, and I was like, "Oh, cool," and and I was never able to respond. Maybe that's a metaphor for like I'm not actually. They're trying their best on their side, but I'm not actually doing anything on my side, and that's why I'm not getting closer, because I'm not making an effort. But in this case, it's just completely disabled. It's not my fault. Anyway, if you're interpreting dreams, there might be something to that. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting and kind of funny. It was very frustrating. there's always like something in dreams where it's like you're prevented from doing something, and it's really important. And it's like, oh well, that sucks, you know. Now I can't do that. I can't fulfill that thing that I have a deep want for, right? Whatever. That's life. So now my battery is getting low, so I'm gonna have to save that. All my batteries are running low, by the way. My phone, my battery packs. I really gotta stop into a hostel today. So anyway, I'll end it now. Hopefully there's some interesting footage coming up. And I'm feeling really good now and ready for this challenging day. Let's go, let's go. Well, battery is pretty low, so I'm gonna make this really quick. But I just wanted to mention from my own note, maybe, there are a few times I do miss having my actual big camera with a nice zoom lens, like 7200 zoom. There's been a few instances today, even where, and yesterday, I guess too, where I'd want to really zoom in. Like I spot something in the distance and it's like framed really well. And the best thing I can do is just do digital zoom or crop it. It's not the same though. But yeah, I miss having that. There's sometimes I fantasize about having that with me and being able to zoom in. Like there was also a patch of really early, I mean, it's really early to see fall colors. I think it's just a freak occurrence, but there were some like red, orange leaves, just isolated patch there that I wanted to zoom in on. The only other way is to zoom with my feet, and that would have taken me off trail, and it's not worth doing that. But anyway, yeah, I miss it, miss having it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you to the folks who set up the trail magic. Very unexpected. Down at Trout Creek, VA 620, I think was the highway. Sorry for the noises in the background if you can identify what these. Anyway, I got plenty of food. Got some liquid. They had a Gatorade mixed with lemonade, which was interesting. That hit the spot. And then hot dog. I had 3 hot dogs, which is a lot. I don't usually go for hot dogs, but those hit the spot, I think. I'm super thankful. And they made a taco plate for me too, like a taco salad. That was good. It was all good stuff. And thank you very much. But anyway, yeah. It set me back in time a little bit, but it was much worth it. And still trying to make good time today. Water situation is looking better because I got refilled on the Gatorade. So yeah, and they had some, I grabbed some electrolyte packets from them, some gear tape patches, or what is it, tenacious tape, gear patches, all sorts of stuff. So much appreciated. I owe a lot of trail magic back. When I get off the trail now, I feel like gotta give it back somehow. Anyway, on to Dragon's Tooth. Well, Dragon's Tooth is supposed to be up ahead here, but it's just going on and on. Going through rocks, piles of rocks, a little bit of technical stuff, trying to get closer. But in typical AT fashion, it's just elusive. It's just like false summit after false summit. And I'm worried now because the sky feels like it wants to rain. And there was zero chance of rain all day up until the last time I checked. And now one forecast says 15% chance at 7 and 8, which is fine because I should be off here by then. And then another forecast, the NOAA app I have, says 20-30% in the next few hours. And it looks like it's going to rain too. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm probably going to be going down Dragon's Tooth dangerously in the rain. But I have no choice now, because I think behind me is going to be equally slick and whatnot. I've done this before, but if you find this video and I'm dead or something, I mean, I've been through the New York on the bare rocks like that. I've really hurt my knees, I've slipped, I've fallen. So I have experience, but I mean, who knows, I might slip, fall, I don't know. But I'm gonna try. I've been trying to push, but Dragon's Tooth is just, I don't know where it is. It's like behind here somewhere. Just keeps going up. It's really frustrating. Just kind of want to get this done and then go downhill before the rain. Anyway, I'm gonna keep pushing. Well, there's still storm clouds in the sky, but the sun came out where I was briefly, and I made it to Dragon's Tooth. I took some pictures, and now I'm going down. That's the trail down. You can see the blaze on the tree, but yeah, I'm grateful for these. There's these steps for sure, but if it rains, this is going to be slick and more dangerous. So let's go. I'm going now. Okay. Well, I got less than 10% of battery now, 9% now, but someone was complaining that the signs weren't posted on the for the AT hikers. I think this is mostly for the day hikers coming up. But yeah, this was actually the most technical, most challenging part of the trail so far for sure. Coming down off of Dragon's Tooth, not going up it, but trail north of Dragon's Tooth. In case you're wondering, but if you can get through that and a section up in Pennsylvania, I think near Palmerton, forget the name of it. Anyway, if you can get through those two sections, you pretty much have an idea of what the whites and what a lot of Maine is like. It's just a lot more of that. So if you can do that, that's pretty good practice for that if you're worried about that. But yeah, I'm super glad it wasn't raining because there were some slick rocks even without the rain. Anyway, let's keep going. I only have 6% battery now, but Lehigh Gap is the name of the place in Pennsylvania. It's a little bit surprising, but it takes some, it's a little technical. It takes your hands. That's good. Good training if you're in Pennsylvania. Good training for the whites, which are considered to be the hardest part of the trail. Whites and southern Maine or so. So, but yeah, and if you're in Virginia, man, Dragon's Tooth. Trail North, Appalachian Trail North. Perfect training. And now I have a red icon here. Okay, I think that's all for today. I have less than a mile, and then I'm going to a hostel. I'm gonna get picked up. Apparently, I'm the only one there. So I was the only one at the shelter last night, and I'm the only one at the hostel today, unless anyone rolls in late. So interesting. I jumped ahead of the little bubble that I was in. Pretty sure there's a little bubble behind me. But anyway, interesting. But I'm looking forward to that. Getting dinner and a rest and laundry and a shower. It'll be so nice. Anyway, that's it for now.